Hey guys, what's up? So this is going to be my just a quick silly video on my Bacon and Shakespeare biography, quote unquote, slash and or whatever you want to believe. I'm mostly a Baconian, but I do know his friends contributed to the first folio. And speaking of which, this is my awesome big copy of the first folio. It's hardcover in there. I'll take it out some other time. But this is my paperback copy of the first folio, a little cheaper. It's just a standard complete edition of Shakespeare. And this is his poems, and this is interesting, the Lexicon. There's over 29,000 unique words in the plays, and altogether it's like 900,000 words. This is the KJV edition because we know the 1611 KJV because we know Francis Bacon edited it for a year and then gave it to King James in 1610, who released it 1611. This is just an Orthodox biography, Francis Bacon, by Perez. I can't pronounce the name. Zagorin. It's all right. Bacon's major works, and then I have this awesome 1856 edition of Volume 1 and 2. I couldn't get one, but this makes up for the works not in there. But this is an awesome 1856 edition I got for kind of cheap, so I love vintage. This is awesome, The Royal Secret. This is basically the Da Vinci Code, but with Francis Bacon. It goes back and forth between the past and the present. It's very interesting. A lot of good information. I mean, he's read all these types of books, so I really recommend you pick this up if you want like a fictional account of the whole Baconian thing. This is a really cool book, Sir Francis Bacon's cipher story, discovered and deciphered by Orville Owen. Very controversial, but that's volume 2 and 3. Those are the same. This is super important. This is the Promise. This is what was found a couple hundred years after Bacon's death, that has all the same quotes basically as the Shakespeare. So it's basically his notebooks, and there's Shakespeare reference quotes in it, so you can see where it is from. You know, it's a lot in Latin, Greek, Spanish. You know, this is one of the most important books ever, The Promise. I'm going to keep that out. This is one of the second most important books, Bacon and Shakespeare Parallelisms. There's literally 380 examples, and it goes one by one. I've only read like the first quarter of it, but it literally has the Shakespeare and the Bacon right next to each other, and it's proof beyond proof, okay? Bacon was born 3 years before Shakespeare and died 10 years after Shakespeare. Okay, that's another good one. Bacon versus Shakespeare by Edwin Reed, super important. Now this one, the Cryptographic Shakespeare by Penn Leary, awesome. I've gone into that with y'all. And this is the other edition, the second cryptographic. I've gone into that. This is awesome. The Secret History of Francis Bacon talks about the whole Elizabethan drama, how he's really a tutor, by Alfred Dodd. Another book I have on digital that you can download for free is Shakespeare, the Creator of Freemasonry by Alfred Dodd. And in the end, it implies that it is Bacon. This is a good one, Francis Bacon, The Last of the Tudors. That really goes in depth into the whole Queen Elizabeth thing. Now this monster is Ignatius Donnelly's The Great Cryptograph. A lot of people are skeptical about it, but I do think it does have some merit. You know, that's just me. I think Bacon is smarter than all of us, so I think all of these are hinting at something that's still beyond this. And this is just the code part of this. This has a lot of intro to it, which is nice, but that's just the code part if you want that. This is a cool one, Shakespeare's Secret Book. This one got me into it back in like '07, just how Shakespeare hit 33. I didn't even think about Bacon until this year mostly. And then lastly, this is The Secret Teachings of All Ages by Manly P. Hall. This is a little more about a lot of different stuff, but it has a complete chapter on Shakespeare, Bacon. And lastly, y'all, I got the super collectible Baconias, or Baconianas, I guess you should say. These are the little pamphlets that were released starting from like 1900. That one's the 1902 edition, down to like the 1950s, y'all. And there's a lot of cool, literally, articles upon articles about how the two are connected, or at least Shakespeare is not the complete writer. This is my James Joyce library too, sorry. Going into that. Now more into the Bacon ciphers, okay. Hey, they're both Aquarius too, imagine that. But anyway, that's just my cool little shelf. you know, this is what I spend money on. I don't go to restaurants. I do takeout, but I don't sit inside and, you know, like, you got to spend your money where you know it will benefit you. And I'm an Aquarius, so I love knowledge. So this stuff always benefits me spiritually in some kind of way. Anyway, take it easy, y'all.